A long time ago, when humanity still spoke a single language, people decided to build something that would make them immortal. A tower. But not just any tower. A structure that could reach the sky, challenge the gods, and make eternal the glory of those who built it. This is the legend of the Tower of Babel, one of the most fascinating and mysterious stories handed down from the Bible. According to the tale, people gathered on the plain of Shinar in Mesopotamia and began making bricks, building a city and a tower whose top would touch the heavens. It wasn't just an architectural project. It was a dream of power, unity, and human pride. But this ambition clashed with the divine will. The biblical text says that God looked at their work and decided to confuse their language so they could no longer understand one another. The project stopped, the city remained unfinished, and humanity was scattered across the earth. From this comes the idea that the variety of languages began with that episode, and the very word Babel has since become a synonym for confusion. But what did it mean for ancient people to build a tower to the sky? It wasn't just stone and bricks. The sky represented the dwelling of the gods, the seat of supreme power and eternity. Rising toward it meant daring the impossible, challenging the limits of the earthly world, surpassing the human condition, and maybe even stealing a fragment of immortality. It wasn't simply architecture, it was an act of rebellion, of boundless ambition. And it's no coincidence that similar myths exist in other cultures. The ancient Sumerians told of Enmerkar and the city of Arata, where the gods confused human languages. The Maya spoke of a tower built after the flood, destroyed by the gods with fire. In Africa, some peoples tell of men who tried to build a stone column to reach the sun, but were scattered. It's as if different civilizations, far apart in time and space, kept the same memory. Humanity trying to defy the sky, and a God who stops them. For this reason, some scholars argue that the Tower of Babel never existed, that it is a metaphor for human pride and for the limits placed on the desire to equal God. But others do not rule out that behind the legend there might be a real foundation. In Mesopotamia, after all, stood massive ziggurats, stepped towers dedicated to the gods, such as the Etemenanki of Babylon, possibly as tall as 90 meters. Imagine an ancient people watching such a building rise toward the heavens. It could truly look like a tower touching the divine. And so, the legend of Babel becomes a bridge between myth and reality. Not only a religious parable, but also an echo of structures that left an unforgettable mark. Today, the Tower of Babel continues to fascinate because it speaks to something universal. Humanity's desire to go beyond its limits, to unite, but also the fear of being punished for its ambition. It's a story that explains the diversity of languages, but at the same time reflects on the power of communication and the fragility of our dreams. Was it real, an allegory, or a distorted memory of towers that truly rose toward the sky? One thing is certain. Even today, when we look at humanity's great works, from modern skyscrapers to space exploration, the dream of touching the sky has never faded. If you know more or have theories, let us know in the comments. We read them all. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries like this one.